The economic report is released. No applause, no panic, no breaking news banner flashing red. Because for the first time in modern history, the most important number is missing. No GDP growth rate, no quarterly race, no percentage to worship. Instead, leaders look at a different dashboard. Mental health, life expectancy, environmental stability, time spent with family. And the world holds its breath. For nearly a century, one number has ruled humanity: gross domestic product. A simple calculation: total value of goods and services. A scoreboard for nations. If GDP rose, progress was declared. If it fell, panic followed. Wars boosted it. Disasters inflated it. Burnout fed it. But GDP never asked if people were okay. What if global governance finally asked a different question? What if well-being replaced growth as the ultimate goal? Imagine a global agreement, not about borders, not about currencies, but about purpose. Every nation agrees. Economic growth is a tool, not the goal. The goal is human well-being, health, security, meaning, sustainability. GDP becomes secondary, and the rules of civilization quietly change. GDP measures activity. It does not measure value. A car crash raises GDP. Pollution cleanup raises GDP. Chronic illness raises GDP. Suffering can be profitable. In this new system, governments track outcomes instead. Are people healthier? Are they safer? Are they less stressed? Are future generations protected? The focus shifts from how much we produce to how well we live. This isn't vague optimism. Well-being metrics already exist. Life expectancy, infant mortality, mental health prevalence, income stability, environmental resilience, social trust. Nations like Bhutan experimented with this idea. Others studied it quietly. Now it becomes global policy. Budgets are evaluated not by growth potential, but by human impact. GDP was born during crisis, the Great Depression, World War II. Governments needed a quick way to measure capacity. It worked: factories, weapons, infrastructure, GDP, rebuilt nations. No, but the emergency never ended. The metric stayed. The map replaced the territory. Infinite growth on a finite planet, the math never worked. Resources depleted, burnout normalized, inequality widened, GDP rose while well-being stagnated. In some nations, happiness declined for decades. The system succeeded, people suffered. In this world, governments stop chasing growth at all costs. Healthcare becomes preventative, not reactive. Urban planning prioritizes walkability, not speed. Work weeks shorten without stigma. Policies are judged by long-term human outcomes, not election cycles. Work changes meaning. If well-being matters, burnout becomes unacceptable. Excessive hours are discouraged. Mental health days are normalized. Job security outweighs productivity spikes. Automation is embraced, not to increase profits, but to reduce human strain. Work changes meaning. If well-being matters, burnout becomes unacceptable. Excessive hours are discouraged. Mental health days are normalized. Job security outweighs productivity spikes. Automation is embraced, not to increase profits, but to reduce human strain. Environmental damage was once external, now it's central. Pollution directly lowers national success scores. Ecosystem loss is treated as economic harm. Sustainability becomes mandatory. Short-term profit no longer justifies long-term damage. The planet stops being collateral. Today, growth justifies exhaustion, damage is delayed. Not denied success ignores mental health in this future. Stability as success, prevention beats reaction, quality outweighs quantity. The economy becomes quieter, but more humane. Nations once competed on output. Now they compete on quality of life. Who has healthier citizens? Who educates better? Who protects future generations? Soft power grows, military spending declines. Because insecurity lowers well-being scores. Past crises, growth was preserved at any cost. In this world, human damage is minimized first. During pandemics, lives come before markets. During recessions, stability beats stimulus. The economy serves people, not the reverse. Yes and no. Breakneck expansion fades, but innovation doesn't die, it changes direction. Medical breakthroughs accelerate. Green technology advances faster. Education improves. Progress becomes targeted, not explosive. Industries built on extraction lose influence. Healthcare, education, and sustainability rise. Some corporations resist, some governments hesitate. Because this system exposes trade-offs. Growth is easy to sell. Well-being demands accountability. Once child labor fueled GDP, ending it slowed growth, but society agreed it was worth it. Well-being replaced output. This is that moment on a global scale. Critics argue this limits choice, less consumption, more regulation. But supporters argue the opposite. Freedom from burnout, freedom from insecurity, freedom from meaningless growth. The debate reshapes politics. Policies are evaluated across decades. Climate stability, debt sustainability, education outcomes. Future citizens finally matter. Short-term wins lose relevance. Legacy replaces quarterly results. It doesn't vanish. It becomes a tool, signal, not a god. Growth still matters, but it no longer excuses harm. Success no longer looks like excess. It feels like balance. Cities breathe, people sleep, families reconnect. The world slows without stopping. The data exists, the models exist, the need is obvious. What's missing is agreement. Because abandoning GDP supremacy means abandoning simplicity, and simplicity is comfortable. What if global governance prioritized well-being over GDP growth? The world would not become perfect, but it would become intentional. Progress would be measured by lives improved, not numbers inflated. Because in the end, civilizations are not remembered for their output. They are remembered for how they treated their people. If governments stop chasing growth, what happens when individuals stop chasing success as well?